Okay, here's what I want to know, folks. Now, mostly people know that P.A. Trucker has been financing Barry for a long time, and you wonder why. Now, in the past, when Barry got upset at P.A. Trucker because he wasn't sending him the kind of money that he wanted to get from him, see, that's what happens with Barry. And he'll turn on the hand that feeds it. He'll bite the hand that feeds it. He doesn't get things his own way. When he cut off that little money supply, well, if you guys remember the past, what he said about P.A. Trucker, came out with it. Now, these are Barry's words. And Barry had said, well, Barry didn't want to incriminate himself, but now since we know a little bit more about Barry, it's kind of coming together now, you know, on the children aspect of things. When he got mad at P.A. Trucker, he came out, sounds like he meant it too. He called P.A. Trucker a child predator is what he did. That's what he did. Where did that come out from? Well, it takes one to know one, right? Real ones, okay? And he said that Pennsylvania Trucker's plans is that when he becomes a retire out here, come from Barry now, said that he was going to open up, I guess you would call it in terminology, a brothel with young children. Now, that sounds like something that a hunchback would be interested in for sure. That's why there's a believability factor on this. So when he got mad at P.A. Trucker, you know, the guy that makes promises he don't keep, we believe him, right? When he came out with that outburst that time, really made you wonder. Because by Barry's pattern, when he doesn't get what he wants, like the money that he's been getting from people on a regular basis, when that money supply stops, that's when Barry comes out and he tries to release private information on people that have turned against him financially. Why was it? I'm just throwing this out there, okay? Coming from, there's Barry's words, not mine. Why was it that Barry came out and said that, you know, basically, paraphrase, the close relationship, why P.A. Trucker was given money to help Barry's girlfriend at the time, okay, to build a store. Well, it was nothing less than ransom. Well, another better word for that. It was a form of extortion, is what it was. He was afraid to be on Barry's side and publicly show it. Oh, he did a couple of times when Barry lashed out at him. Let's just put this together, folks. Put it together. Think about this for a minute. If you never thought about this before, gives you something to think about. You know that P.A. Trucker was giving Barry money all the time. All the time. Was it hush money? But he continued to give him money after Barry's rage one time when Barry exposed, well, according to Barry, I'm not saying that he is or not, this guy, but according to Barry, that his plan, which sounded like a mutual plan to me if I were to guess about this, because now we know a little bit more about Barry's background recently than we ever knew before. Shit all comes out in the wash, remember? It always does. Why would he say that about P.A. Trucker? Why would he do that? Why would he say that? Is there any validity to this? Is there? Why is it, on the other hand, that P.A. Trucker has been sending money to this Filipino all these years and sending a bicycle for Christmas and everything else? If he didn't impregnate this girl, what is this big interest in this child that he doesn't want to talk about? How interesting is that? Wow. Tell you what, a lot of skeletons in people's closets. Now, I'm not saying here on my show that what Barry said about him is true. I'm just presenting this information to you, and you could make a cake out of that information. You can make a soup out of it. You can do what you want with that information. I'm just regurgitating a few syllables about two peas in a pod. This symbiotic relationship, this unholy relationship that Barry had with P.A. Trucker. Yeah, it's true. The one thing I do know is true, yes, is that P.A. Trucker all these years has been sending money to a nameless woman in the Philippines, and still is, all for the child. Now, is it because he has a good heart? Well, what is this relationship he has with this woman? What is this relationship he has with this child? Is it his child? How old was the girl when he impregnated her? That's another question. Good question, I'd say. How old was this girl at the time? We'll know by knowing what is her age right now. Because he's been paying her money many years. So, basically coming from the words, which we don't always trust the words of Barry Lee Jordan, do we? Of course not. But he has had moments of clarity. Very rare. But when he gets pissed off at somebody that has been his liaison, when he gets pissed off at somebody that has been giving him financial support for a long time, and the financial support breaks off, that's when the true colors of people come out. When it comes to money as a denominator. Let's give you guys something to think about. Now, we're not certainly going to call P.A. Trucker a child molester. No, we wouldn't do that. And we don't always believe the words of Barry T. Jordan, do we? However, just going by what Barry Jordan said, when some financial, well, there wasn't any more financial resolve, when it stopped for a while, Barry got pissed. But the true story, as Barry puts it, is what I said, that there was financial support for Barry the whole time. Even when P.A. Trucker pretended that he was on Barry's bad side, or Barry was on his bad side, let's put it that way. How true was that? The big cover-up, folks. What's the truth? What's the real truth and nothing but the truth? So help me God. We got quite a few characters out here. And as time goes by, we learn more and more and more and more, don't we? So what is that unholy alliance? An unholy alliance between Barry Jordan and P.A. Trucker. Something to think about, folks.